Here again, working on my 2004 Nissan Titan and with the 5.6 liter V8. This vehicle is pretty standard from 2004 to 2015, so any repairs, modifications, things like that, it's all pretty standard across the board. What I'm changing today is every time I would turn the settings knob, I would get the, as a lot of people say, the infamous click from underneath the dash. You know, a constant click, 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 click. Okay. What that is, for both of these, for these knobs, there's two actuators underneath the dash. All right, and I'll show you here. Okay. There's one that is right here, which is the lower. And then there's one that goes... It's kind of hard to see, but right, you can see that empty bolt hole right there. It goes right up in there, right there. That white hole, that's where the other actuator goes. Okay. Here's the actuators. Okay. This is the old, this is the new. Okay. It's a pretty standard Nissan part. You can pick one of these up at your local Nissan shop for about 60 bucks. You can get them aftermarket for a little bit cheaper. However, after I kind of walk you through what you have to do to replace these, I think majority of you will agree with me that going with Nissan parts is a safer bet in this case than going with aftermarket. Okay. Taking this out, all right, you have to start by, in this case here, I have the electric foot pedals, so I have the foot pedals all the way back. We have the plate off here on the front. There's a plate that goes on the front, covers up the bottom actuator. Okay. Underneath the dash, you can see these two brackets here. Okay, there's one there and one there. On the front side, you have a module that connects to it with 3 plugs. On the back side, you have your amplifier for the radio. Okay, so the amplifier is on the back, actuator and component is on the front. Here is what that component, actuator, module, whatever you want to call it, here's what it looks like. Okay. And that mounts onto the front. Okay. So that essentially mounts in like this on the front side, and the amplifier is on the back. Okay. The reason I want to make this video is you can do a lot of research on this, and you can look up a lot of different things, and there's a lot of people that have a lot of different stuff that they'll say about it, but most places that you do some research are going to say, in order to fix this, you have to you have to take apart the entire dash to be able to get underneath. Okay? If you go to Nissan, they are going to tell you, and they are going to bid it out, and they're going to charge you to take apart the whole dash to be able to get underneath. Okay? It's not true. What I just kind of walked you through there is, it's a simple process. It's just time consuming because you don't have a whole lot of room to work with. Make sure the pedals are back. Take this plate off. Underneath here. Take that module off the front. 4 bolts. Unbolt the 2 bolts that hold the amplifier onto the back. Push the amplifier out of the way, and you have a very, very limited amount of room to be able to get your hands up in there to get that replaced. Now, here's where it gets tricky, all right? I like to say that there's times that there's stupid people doing stupid things. You know, they say sometimes people should have to wear a sign that says, "I'm stupid," that way you wouldn't rely on them or ask them anything. Nissan, this is one of those moments for you, all right? These actuators are going to go out eventually. They are not a lifetime part. You are eventually going to have to replace these. Okay, so bottom one, easy peasy. Of course, it couldn't be that one. It's always, from the research you do, it's always, of course, going to be the one up there on top. All right? Stupid move number 1. Why have a mounted bracket directly in front if you know that eventually that part's going to have to get replaced? Okay? Stupid move number 1. Stupid move number 2. Here's your actuators. Okay. Here's the old. Here, and you can see the play. Okay. Here's the new. Tight. All right. Here's the 3 screws that hold them in. Okay, you got 1, 2, 3. Okay. Where's Waldo here? Take a look. What's different about these 3 screws? That's the same. That's the same. And that one is smaller. When this actuator is in, these 2 same size screws are on the bottom, just like this. Okay. The one that's all the way up on top is your screw that is smaller, just like that. Okay. So in order to get this out, you have to have 1 socket in order to get the bottom 2 screws out, and a smaller one to get the top one out, and that one's buried in there so far up under the dash, the only way that you really can figure it out is by getting your hand all the way up there and trying different little sockets to get it in. So, bravo Nissan on really doing a bonehead move, a major bonehead move for the 2004 to 2015 Nissan Titan to get this replaced. Okay, so so I just wanted to make a video. I'll do a follow-up video once it's done, but again, this is what it takes to replace the actuator for the blend controls that cause that crazy little click in the dash. And I've had this truck for about a year, and it has done it religiously. So once I get everything put back together, I'll do a video to kind of show you the follow-up. All right, thanks.